Yes, guys, welcome. Thank you for coming back this evening. This is the video I weren't planning on doing tonight, guys. I weren't planning to do this video again tonight, but there's things I need to say, guys. There really is. But big up to everyone here. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you very much for joining me again. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, there's things I need to say, guys. And I did a video earlier when we were talking about Klopp and FSG and things like that, and yeah, I got a lot of hate. Got a lot of hate, yeah. Got a lot of hate. I've had a lot of hate since that video. I've had a lot of DMs, and one person has been trying to shut my channel down. Yeah, so I've had a person try and shut my channel down this evening. Because of that video I did earlier on today with Baz and K-Mac on it. Big up to them too. Yeah, trying to shut my channel down. Nice people out there, ain't there? Lovely people out there. Because you have a view and opinion that, you know, might not agree with. It's just madness, guys. It really is. It really is. So I get a message from YouTube today saying we've had a complaint. It's all taken care of now, so it's all good. So you ain't got to worry, guys, or anything like that. But I'm sitting downstairs having dinner with my wife. I'm sitting downstairs having a dinner with my wife, and I'm getting this hate. Getting hate. Someone trying to shut down my channel. I don't get it. I don't know what's wrong with people. Eh, Look, I understand that I come up with look. I started this channel. Everyone knows why I started this channel for my daughter and myself. And I'm a massive Liverpool fan. I've always wanted to express my things on Liverpool Football Club, and I've always wanted to explain myself. I'm not great at explaining myself. Sometimes that is one of my things. That I left school when I was 14 years of age. Literally left school when I was 14 years of age uh, because of things or another. Yeah. So I really have got a great education behind me, yeah. So I sometimes have trouble explaining myself, and I don't know if people get, you know, distraught by that or whatever it is, but it is what it is, guys. This is my opinions on stuff, yeah. And I don't know what it is. It's Liverpool Football Club. This fan base is at the melting point of melting points. You can't have an opinion. You can't say anything. Apparently, I'm an FSG lover. I don't know where that came from. Really don't. I don't think I. So if you watch my video this evening, guys, I don't really think I backed FSG in that video at all. I think I came to the conclusion, like we all did, that Jurgen Klopp weren't backed enough. You know, I think we all came to that conclusion that Jurgen Klopp weren't backed enough. I didn't praise FSG for. I mean, I don't get it. Look, I could easily do videos, yeah, of just knocking FSG every single video. Make sure I praise Klopp to the highest hills that you can imagine. The highest hills, yeah, and completely downgrade FSG all the time. I could do them videos all the time. I'll probably get more traction. I would probably get more views, more people watching me, and more people subscribing my channel than I have right now if I went down that road. If I literally went down that road. But the reason I don't go down that road is because that's not what I believe in. I don't believe in that scenario. I really don't. I've already said many times FSG for me, and this is just me talking, right, guys? You don't have to like what I'm saying. But 99.9% of you guys in this chat right now and who watch my videos on every day and all that, big I love all of you. And we agree to disagree on a lot of things, and you all come back again, and there's no hard feelings, and we move on, wipe our mouths, move on, and we go to the next debate. Yeah, that's the way we do it over here. And I'll say something, but I've got to be honest with you. I'm only honest. I'm only honest. I really am. I try and be as honest as I can. I see what the owners have done at this football club, and I don't think they're all bad. That's me saying it. I don't think they're all bad. I don't think they're terrible. I don't think they're like the worst thing that ever happened to a football club in the history of football or anything mad like that. I think Jurgen Klopp is a world class manager. I've said this many times before. I love Jurgen Klopp. I don't want him to go anywhere. He's my favourite manager since Kenny Dalglish in the 80s and early 90s. That's how far, Dalglish was my first manager, really. Yeah, I started supporting Liverpool in 1990. So Dalglish was my first manager. Yeah, loved the guy. Jurgen Klopp, I love the man. He's Liverpool through and through. He might be German, but he's Liverpool through and through. He gets us. He understands us. He's a great manager. He's a great manager. Maybe not the best technical manager in the world. There might be better managers out there technically that are better than Jurgen Klopp. So what? But when Jurgen Klopp is having a nightmare of things, or he's going through the mire, or tactically he's a bit naive in some area of the game, I'm allowed to call it out. And so is other Liverpool fans. Other Liverpool fans don't have to sit on their box and pretend that Klopp does nothing wrong. I can't sit here and go, right, oh, that's all FSG's fault. Everything I watched last season is FSG's fault. None of it was Jurgen Norbert Klopp's. Not one of it. Not 1 minute of last season's football was Jurgen Klopp's fault. No, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. He's a valuable. Every human being is not perfect. Every human being's got something inside them that they're not great at. Yeah, right. I'm not great with the English language. Although I'm bloody English. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's not great at something. Klopp's got. He's a great manager of people. There's no doubt about it. He could manage a country. He could be a prime minister. He's great with people. He's great at talking. He's great at. He's sarcastic. He's funny. He's warming. You want to play for him. You'd want to run a brick. If I played for Jurgen Klopp, I'd want to run for a brick wall for Jurgen Klopp. I seriously would, because he's that kind of guy. Sometimes technically and tactically, Klopp's not as great in that area of the pitch, and there's nothing wrong with that. He doesn't have to be 100% perfect all the time, guys. He can be fault. He can fail at things. He can fail at things, and there's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean I love FSG. It really doesn't. Now I'm talking to someone in my comments today, right now, from my my video earlier. Right, I did a video earlier, just a couple of hours ago. It wasn't that long ago. You can go back and watch it. And I'm writing to someone in the comments there who's having a go at me, talking about and it's a friendly comment. It's not really anything nasty or anything like that. He's a good guy, and we're just commenting back and forth. And I'm not great with my words, so if he's watching right now, big up to you. Big up to you if you're watching right now. I much appreciate it. I'm not great with my words. I can't write. I'm not a very good texter. I can't always get across what I want when I write it down, guys. I really can't. So when I message people back in the comments of videos, or I do a tweet and I reply to people, I can't always get out what I want to say, because it's just, I'm not very good at it. So I'd be better doing a video, setting this up and talking to you guys now. And that's what I'm doing. FSG have left Klopp high and dry at times. There's no doubt about it, and I agree they have. Yeah, Jurgen Klopp obviously wants players. Every manager does. Yeah, every single manager wants players. Yeah, if they can't get that player, they can't get that player. They move on and they go and get another player. It's as simple as that. It's the way the world works. What I think has happened in football today. This is my honest opinion. What has happened in football right now. You got teams like Man City that have come along with unlimited wealth, right? And they can literally go and get anyone they want, right? They can literally go and pick up anyone they want to go and pick up, right? But they don't. This is the myth. They literally don't. Go and look at City's players that they picked up recently. They don't go and pick up, apart from Haaland, who they're paying a fortune for in wages. Alvarez was 12 million. They went and bought Nathan Ake from Bournemouth. Now, when Man City went and bought Ake from Bournemouth, I guarantee you, most of us were looking at that transfer going, what? Ake, he was all right. 50 million or whatever it was from Bournemouth. Well, I can't remember how much they paid for him. Paid a lot of money. Why are they buying Ake from Bournemouth? Okay, all right. And now look at him. John Stones from Everton. They went and bought John Stones from Everton, yeah? And does everyone remember where John Stones was playing before he went to Everton? Barnsley. So I believe he went from Barnsley to Everton. Yeah, looked okay at Everton. Not a well beater by any stretch of the imagination. Not a well beater by any stretch of the imagination. But they went and smacked 50 M's on him and brought him in. Yeah, City are not really always going to buy it. They're these superstars. Yeah, you know, Jack Grealish for 100 million. They overpaid for Jack Grealish. Now, I remember when Jack Grealish, everyone was talking about Jack Grealish. A lot of Liverpool channels were talking about Jack Grealish. Oh, why aren't Liverpool interested in him? But then we've got Jota and Diaz who play on the left-hand side. Jota and Diaz combined cost the same as Jack Grealish. And I wouldn't swap any of them two for Jack Grealish. Liverpool have bought very good players. Liverpool bought very, very good players recently. Really have. Liverpool bought very good players in the Jurgen Klopp era. That can be down to many things. It can be down to Jurgen Klopp as well, who has maybe Klopp has a good eye for talent. Who knows? We all think he doesn't. A lot of Liverpool fans don't think Klopp hasn't got a great talent ID, but maybe Klopp's got a better eye for talent. Maybe it's to do with the transfer committee that's set up at Liverpool. Now, when people talk about the transfer committee, they're talking about the sporting directors in Michael Edwards and is it Ian Graham who does the data analysis work and the scouting, and Mike Golden and people like this that work in that area of the field that help us scout and buy the best players available in the way FSG want to do business. Now, again, we look for value in the market. That is the way Liverpool rock and roll. We look for value in the market. I don't think there's anything wrong with that in particular. But sometimes if there's no value in the market, you're not going to buy a player. And then that is an issue because you need to always buy players to keep yourself moving forward. I agree with this. I'm not hating the way we do business at the same time. I really ain't. I ain't hating the way we do business. But we need to do more business. There's no doubt about it. Now, my video earlier when I was saying has FSG let Klopp down, yeah? And at this moment in time, if they don't get a defensive midfielder in and a centre-back, then this summer they probably have. But were they thinking that Henderson and Fabinho, big up the Fabinho who left the football club officially this evening, big up Fabinho and thank you for your time at Liverpool, man. It means a lot from us Liverpool fans to you. Big up to you. And they got out the door. So no one was expecting that. Look, when we were doing videos this summer, guys, did any of us really expect Fabinho and Henderson to leave this summer? In fact, most of us said they need to go. I remember all these chats. Most of us all said Fabinho and Henderson need to leave this summer. We all did. And they've gone. Now, we've replaced Henderson with McAllister. We'll probably replace James Milner with Szoboszlai. So that's two massive upgrades right there. Or it depends how your agenda is. It depends how your agenda on this subject is. Now, people could say, no, Jamie, McAllister and Szoboszlai have replaced Naby Keita and Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now, that could be who they've replaced. But in my opinion, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Naby Keita, I don't think of them. They're afterthoughts to me because they never played. So I'm looking at the players that played for Liverpool most of the time. And the players that play for Liverpool most of the time out of the midfielders that have left Liverpool Football Club and more important to Liverpool Football Club would have been James Milner, Jordan Henderson and Fabinho. So right now, for me, Liverpool have upgraded in that area of the field. They need to upgrade on Fabinho next. Now, Lavia is not an upgrade on Fabinho. He's an upgrade on Fabinho over the last 15 months, but he's not upgrade on Fabinho as a total footballer. You know, as a total footballer, you know, Fabinho, go from when we bought Fabinho the last 5 years, go 5 years back, beautiful footballer, one of the best DMs in the world. The last 15 months, It's been terrible. Been really weak. His head's not in it. He's physically not in it. Not able. He can't move. Something's not right with him. So for that upgrade, yeah, Lavia will be better than the Fabinho of the last 15 months. But for the last 5 years, it's going to take Lavia time. But he's a young boy, and I think he's got a lot of potential that could be that player. Now, I get comments all the time saying, right, if Klopp was backed, he'd be able to go and buy your Grealishes, your Haalands, your Harry Kanes, your Gravadols, all these kind of players, yeah? Go and get them. Why ain't Klopp getting them? And I've said before, of course, look, does Klopp want these players? I don't know. He might do. But then again, we've got quality players in our team. I think we underappreciate the players we got in our team. I really do. I've said this so many times. We underappreciate what we got at times. We really do. We got good players in this team, guys. We really have. We got Salah, Darwin Núñez, who's going to get better and better. You got Cody Gakpo, who everyone now says is undroppable. Diogo Jota, who we all forgot how good of a footballer is Diogo Jota. He's tremendous. You know, you got these players. You got Diaz, who's going to be. If he can stay fit and show what he did at the when we signed him, he's going to be awesome. Now we've got McAllister, £35 million bargain, World Cup winner, tremendous midfielder. Already looks at home at our football club. Szoboszlai, who a lot of Liverpool fans wanted before I even really heard of him. You know, and a lot of Liverpool fans are talking about this Szoboszlai about a year ago and going, oh, I'd love Szoboszlai at Liverpool. He's a talent, he's a player, captain for Hungary at such a young age. Oh, he's a quality player. If Liverpool could get him, we've gone and got him. We've got Virgil van Dijks, we've got Canates, we've got Trents, we've got Allisons, we've got Robos, Simicasses, Thiago, who no one wants to sell because they regard him as a world-class midfielder on his day. So no Liverpool fan really wants to sell him because they all say he's world-class in his day. You got Curtis Jones there, who's obviously a very decent footballer. Got good players, man. We got good footballers in this squad. And I think we underappreciate them. I really do. Big up, Ernie. Big up, my man. Man, you're fine. It's all cool. Emotions got high. It's all good. Emotions got high. Everyone leave Ernie alone in the chat. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. It's all good. Look, guys, when we debate football, I'm a Liverpool fan. You're all Liverpool fans, mostly in here, yeah? We're going to be passionate about our club. And there's nothing wrong with passion, guys. There's nothing wrong with passion. We should all be passionate. Ernie's passionate. I'm passionate. Psychedelic's passionate. John's passionate. K-Mac, Ant, BW, Sean. We're all passionate about our football club because we absolutely love this football club, right? And sometimes we'll all have different views on the way the game is going. Like, I could watch a game, you guys in the chat could watch a game, and we might come to all different verdicts of the game we just watched. We could see players on the transfer market. Why aren't we going for that player? And other people might be going, that player's not as good as you might think he is. We should be going for this player. We're all passionate. We all see things differently, but we got one thing in common, guys. Yeah, we got one thing. Ernie's got a diss Redmen TV to get back in. Ernie's cool, man. Ernie's cool. We got one big thing in common, guys, and that's our love for the football club. And we want this football club to be the best it can absolutely be. And we all agree on that fact, yeah? We all love this football club. That's all our main common goal is that we all love this football club and we want it to be the best that it possibly can be. And when we see that it's not the best it possibly can be right now, we're looking for answers. So we're looking at the people that are involved in our football club. We look at the owners because they own the football club. They're the money men at our football club. Some people will look at the manager because he's the face of our football club. He's the biggest thing. He's the biggest asset. And I've said this many times. The biggest asset of our football club is Jurgen Norbert Klopp. And I will keep saying that. No matter how bad I think he was last year, he is still Liverpool's biggest asset. And I'll always pick Jurgen over the owners every single day of the week. But so we look for blame in these people, the fans, everything. We look for blame. Last season the blame was going everywhere. People were saying Anfield was too quiet. There was no atmosphere in Anfield last season. The manager was terrible last season. The owners, God forbid the owners, they're awful. Get them out. They don't back Jurgen. So we're always looking for people to blame. And what I've always tried to do on this channel, guys, if you're new to the channel or you've just been here a little while, it's been the summer holidays. We haven't been doing much videos, but this is what I do. I'm quite neutral in all this. I haven't got one backing over the other. I try and look at things like a two-sided coin, yeah? And I try and look at it like a two-sided coin, like what that person's doing here and what that person's doing there. And is it really that bad? Is it really that good? I try and debate it. I'm not going to sit there and go, right, what FSG have totally done at Liverpool Football Club is dog crap and they just need to go. I don't think like that. And no one can ever make me not feel, so I can't have people just going to me, oh, Jamie, I don't know what you're chatting about, man, but FSG are evil. They got to get out of the football club. Can't you see it? And yeah, I can see things where they're crap. Again, they're very good business people, extremely good business people. Yeah, very good PR as well. They're the best at PR. There's no doubt about that. But they do leave Jurgen Klopp a little bit dry at times. Of course they do. I've said this earlier in the video, a couple of hours back in the last video. They'll always do the bare minimum. That is what FSG do, right? So Liverpool need 3 players. FSG, they'll buy 3 players. But really, Liverpool need 4 players. But they won't buy the 4th player because they're only going to do the minimum and buy 3 players. And that's where you get stuck. Because then the next year after, you're going to have to go and buy 3 new players instead of 2 new players because you need to buy another player that you should have got the year before because you've got to play catch up. So Liverpool always playing catch up on themselves because we act in the moment. That is my main issue with the ownership of this football club is that we act in the moment. We don't look. We should be looking ahead. We should be looking to tomorrow. Yeah. For me, Fabinho and Henderson, I said this all last season, by the way. I go back on the tapes. I said this all last season. Fabinho and Henderson's replacements should have been bought last summer. We shouldn't be in this position right now. We should not be in this position right now. Scrambling around for a defensive midfielder. What? It's the 1st of August tomorrow. It's my birthday on Wednesday. And we're scrambling around for a defensive midfielder. Why? This should have been done last summer. Yeah, we try and go for Tchouaméni. He went to Real Madrid. Okay, fair enough. It's Real Madrid. Fair enough. Right? But you got to have someone else on the list. Surely there's someone else on the list. Was it like, right, Tchouaméni's there and there's no one else? This is the issue. This is the issue. It's just the issue for me. you got to act more positively in the market. You got to act more positively in the market sometimes, and look a bit more to the future. Now, maybe they are looking a bit more to the future this summer. Maybe they're looking at younger players because they're trying to get younger players in so they can bed in for the future. Maybe that's why they're looking at Lavia for 19. Lavia's got a really high ceiling, and in a few years' time, Lavia could be absolute diamond, and we could be all really happy going, I'm glad we got Lavia. Great player. I'm glad we got him a few years ago. That could actually happen, yeah. But the problem is that you've got no real experience in that defensive midfield area. So you're basically relying on Stefan Barsetic and Lavia to be your sort of number sixes going into next season. Are both young boys, yeah, pretty inexperienced. Lavia had a 12-month spell in Southampton last year, so he's got a bit of game behind him. We've seen what Stefan can do when he does play, but there's still some inexperience there. And don't forget this badge, guys. That badge weighs heavy. This badge, this is no disrespect to Southampton fans, but this badge is different. This weighs heavy on your chest, man. This weighs heavy. Yeah? So it's okay for Lavia to play every single game for Southampton last season, but this is different. This is different. And I can understand when people are saying that's why we should probably go out and get a more experienced footballer. And I agree. But then don't give me Caicedo as that experienced footballer. You know, don't give me Caicedo as that experienced footballer because he's 21 and he's only played 8 more games in the Premier League than Lavia has. Something like that, someone told me. I think it's around 8 or 9 more games in the Premier League than Lavia has. So that's not really experienced. And I don't think, personally, from my point of view, everyone's going to shout at me for this. I know they are because it's the way the world works. I don't think there's much difference between Lavia and Caicedo, personally. Lavia's 2 years younger than Caicedo. And I don't think there's a lot of difference between them. I don't think there's like an extra 50 million between Caicedo and Lavia. If Brighton are asking 100 million for Caicedo and we can get Lavia for 50, I don't think there's a 50 million pound difference between them two players. I really don't. I really don't. I think Lavia's a diamond of a footballer, and I've watched him enough because he played in the Premier League. And look, the Premier League's the main league that I watch because my team plays in the Premier League. I'm not going to pretend I'm sitting there watching German football every weekend and stuff like that. I'm not going to lie. I've got family, I've got a wife, I've got kids. There's no time for that in my life. So I'm watching the Premier League mostly. And I saw a lot of Lavia last season. He's a diamond of a footballer. He's got so much potential. And under Jurgen Klopp can polish that potential. We know he can and can make him something great. So I'm good for all that stuff. I'm good for that transfer. Liverpool need to get this done. Now, are Liverpool waiting? Now Fabinho has officially left. I expect tomorrow we see a Paul Joyce tweet or a Fabrizio Romano tweet. Lavia to Liverpool, here we go. It wouldn't surprise me because the money's gone through from Fabinho and they just go, here you go. So take that money there, give it to Jurgen, you go and buy Lavia. That's the way it works. We take and we give. We take and we give. That's the way we work. That's the way we work. Do I like it all the time? Sometimes I don't mind it. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's as simple as that. But man, I'd like Lavia, man. I think he's a decent footballer. Get him in, man. He's got to be good. Big up Commie Boy in the chat. Hope you're doing well. You know, Rice for 100 million. Now, 18 months ago to 2 years ago, guys, if I told you Arsenal would buy Rice for 100 million, everyone would laugh. I've done this game for almost 2 years now. I think I've come out my second year of doing YouTube. Yeah, we're in July. Yeah, I've done 2 years of YouTube now, guys. I think it was my 2-year anniversary last week or something on YouTube. Yeah, done 2 years of YouTube, and in that time, I've spoken to hundreds of thousands of people on my videos, and in that time, no one rated Declan Rice. Nobody. And all of a sudden he goes to Arsenal and everyone thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And why didn't Liverpool go for him? But a year ago, no one rated him. Not one person. I do think players suit where they go, though. I do. I've always said this as well. There's another thing I think it's very, very important when you're buying footballers, yeah, is that I don't know what it is. What is it? Yeah, they must suit the system the manager wants to play. You must buy footballers that suit the way Liverpool want to play under Jurgen Klopp. Klopp said it in pre-season, guys. He wants to play the best possession, the best transition, the best pressing, and the best counter pressing that he can possibly play with his group of players. That's why when you look at it, if that's the way he wants to play, that's why he's gone and got McAllister in this summer. You can tell Klopp really wanted McAllister because he suits the way Klopp wants to play. He wants to play good in transition. He wants to play good possession-based football and good pressing, counter-pressing. Well, you need technically good midfielders for that. So he's gone down the route of getting Szoboszlai and McAllister in, who are technically good midfielders who can play that pressing game, can win the ball back in transition, can play that passing possession game that Klopp wants to play. It makes perfect sense. And when you think about Lavia, Lavia plays that way as well, guys. He really does. Lavia plays that way as well. If you look at possession one in the middle third, these are under 20 players only, guys. So this is under 20 players in Europe's top 5 leagues last season. This is possession one in the middle third. Lavia was top of that list. Jude Bellingham was second. Musiala was sixth. Pedri down in eighth. Camavinga ninth. Now, obviously, there's things to that. Stats can be misleading sometimes. Like Lavia plays in a game that's more intense in the English game. The English game's more intense. There's more action going in the middle of the park where it's more crammed. So you got a chance to win possession back more because it's a quicker game. Doesn't mean he's better than these players. It just means he can do that job. That's why Klopp's got him, because he's very good at winning possession back. That's why Jurgen went for him. He went for him because he can win the possession back in that middle third of the pitch extremely well. And guess what else Lavia's good at? He's good under the press. He's good. Have you seen him when he gets under the press and people put him under pressure? He's got a turn him. He can get past the player. And then what else he's good at? He's good at giving the ball, moving the ball forward. You know, it's that's why Liverpool are targeting him. They like that about him. Now, the way we do business, I agree with people. You know, Klopp should be backed more, probably. Yeah. But you can give me all the names. Liverpool should be going after Kane and blah blah and blah blah. Well, he didn't. And look at our forward line. Darwin Núñez can bag goals. He'll get double figures. Mo Salah will get double figures. Jota will get double figures. Gakpo will probably get double figures. Luis Diaz will probably won't get double figures because he's not that kind of forward. Yeah? That's quality forwards. Most Liverpool fans I talk to right now think we got the best forward line in the league with them 5 players. So they're not rubbish footballers. Yes, they're not the names of Harry Kane or Mbappe, yeah, but they're still very, very good footballers, quality footballers that will bag goals. Mo Salah, in the time he's been at England, I think has outscored Harry Kane 3 or 4 of the 6 seasons or something like that. He's a top quality player. So I understand when people go, well, if he was being really backed, we'd be getting all these big names in. Big names? Well, I don't care about big names. I care about the right player, guys. I really do. I care about the right player, not the big name. The right player is what matters to us. Buy the right player, because as we've known before, you can always buy the wrong player. Yeah, you can always buy the wrong player. Ricky Lambert, Barini, Balotelli, wrong players. Yeah, you can buy the right player. It doesn't mean they're not good enough. It doesn't mean they're crap. It doesn't mean they can't be as good as Harry Kane's of this world and stuff like that. It's a nonsense. If they're the right player and they're the right fit, buy them. That's how I see it. Now, people might disagree with that and go, no, Jamie, I want all the names. I want Bellingham. I want Chouameni. So the problem being the same being back, Chair. This is my problem with the whole is he being back scenario. Is he being back scenario? Because people give you names, go, oh, why didn't, if he was being back, Jamie, he'd go and buy Gravadol, he'd go and buy Harry Kane, he'd go and buy Mbappe, he'd go and buy Chouameni, go and buy Jude Bellingham. That's being backed. What fucking world does everyone live on? I'm sorry, but what world does everyone live on? Seriously. Like, the only team I ever see with that kind of backing is Real Madrid. That's the only team I see with that kind of backing. Real Madrid might have had the greatest transfer summer of all time when they went and bought Ronaldo and Kaká and all that in one transfer window. That's just fucking madness. It's the only time I've seen madness like that. It's just, you can buy players that are good. When you buy top draw footballers, and I always look at Liverpool, look at the players we bought in recent times, yeah? Diaz's, Gakpo's especially, Jota's, Darwin, I think will come good. I know people are a bit hesitant, but I think he'll come good. You know, McAllister, Sabozalai. These are just 6 players I'm talking about alone there. They're quality footballers. You've got to remember this. We bought Diaz 1 January, Gap coded 2nd January. We got McAllister in, we got Sabozlai in. Darwin Núñez is going bad goals. They're good players, man. They're good players. They fit our system. They fit what way we want to play football. Now, I would like more. I keep saying this. I would like more. But when we won the Premier League and Champions League, guys, right, let's go to our Premier. Let's go to our champ. For me, I might be wrong on this. Big up to you guys in the chat. You let me know. I think Liverpool's best ever team under Jurgen Klopp was actually the team that won the Champions League and got to 97 points and not the title winning side. That might sound madness, but I think that Champions League winning team played the best football. We were scary. That year we came on 97 points and won the Champions League. In my opinion, we were scary. That is the best I've ever seen Liverpool play under Jurgen Klopp. I think in the Premier League year, we were just efficient. We were just efficient and beating teams 2-1. You go back to that Premier League winning year, we're just winning games 2-1. We're scoring 90th minute winners and stuff like that. Just being so efficient. Proper German. That's how we were in the Premier League year. We were proper German. Super efficient. But that Champions League winning year, for me, was the best football we've ever played under Liverpool, under Jurgen Klopp. It had everything. It had power. It had pace, technical ability, the way we beat up teams on the pitch. People were scared of us in that then. We're just out of this world. Out of this world. Out of this world, man. We were fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's proper football. And then the Premier League winning year, as I say, we're proper German. We're super efficient. Like, we just did everything professionally. It needs to be won, it just gets won. You know, that game needs to be winning. We need to win that game. It just got won in a professional, efficient manner. Yeah, it's just, oh, it was just beautiful. It was just beautiful. And and look at the squad then, guys. Look at the squad then. Yeah, we had a young Genie Wijnaldum, a mid-20s Genie Wijnaldum in the prime of his career. We have Fabinho, like 25, doing bits, looking like the best DM in world football. Virgil van Dijk, what was he, 26? The best centre back in the world by a mile. Alison Becker, Trent at what, 20, just doing bits. Robbo. We had a young, energetic, scary team. Yeah, I left Hendo out of there, but big up Hendo. We had a scary team. We had Bobby and we had, for me, the best front three in world football. I don't care what anyone says. Come at me. Messi, Suarez, and Neymar got split up by then, so we can't talk about them. But Bobby Firmino, Mo Salah, and Sadio Mane was the best front three in world football in them 2 years. They were scary. The way they played with each other, played together, was amazing. They suited each other. They complemented each other. They were the best. Yeah, they might not have been the best individual as players to other front threes, but as a combination and the way they worked, the best front three in world football for them 2 years. No way, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. The chemistry, as Psychedelic says, the chemistry between that front three was scary as shit. It was different levels, man. Absolute scary stuff. Beautiful though. I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Great players. Beautifully signed, brilliantly scouted, knew the system. Liverpool, and this is what I'm saying. That's when the club operate at their best. And I've said this for a while now. This football club has not operated behind the scenes and on the pitch since them 2 years. They've fallen away. When COVID first hit, for me, FSG gave up. I say it is, guys. This is me talking here. For me, when COVID hit, FSG gave up and they got lazy. They did get lazy. They believed Klopp could do it on his or do anything. Like, because Klopp is world class. I ain't gonna say that. He's quality manager, and FSG just regarded him as that I can do anything. I've said this I've said this before, and I'll keep saying this. Jurgen Klopp is not a miracle worker. He's a world class manager that did world class things with a world class squad. If you've got a world class manager, world class squad, and they come together like that, magic is going to happen, and that's what happened. Not a miracle worker, just a world class manager. Give him the right tools. If you give a carpenter tools for a plumber, that carpenter can't put up a shelf. You give a carpenter the tools to build a house, he'll build you a house. Yeah? Give Jurgen Klopp the tools to build the next dynasty of Liverpool Football Club. That is what the owners have to do. They have to give the manager the tools to build the next dynasty of Liverpool Football Club. Big up at Gal. Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah, Arsenal for life. How you doing? And that's what they got to do. They got to give up. They got to give Jurgen Klopp the tools to make Liverpool great again. If you don't do that, we'll fail. Klopp will take the team so far because he's class, yeah? For me, there is no reason at all Liverpool don't get in the top four. Liverpool will get in the top four next season, in my opinion, because we have got too many good players in this squad, and Jurgen Klopp looks refreshed. The players look refreshed, and they go again next season. We haven't got the Champions League. I don't know how serious we're going to take Europa League. I've looked at the teams we could get in the group stages. You could probably play the kids. Yeah. Rotate. Concentrate solely on the Premier League. Like, big up my man Gal there. Hope you're doing well. Liverpool need a good DM in your back. Big up Gal. Exactly. Just give them, just give Jurgen Klopp the tools to do his work, man. That's all you got to do. Give Jurgen Klopp the tools to do his work. Um, at the same time, though, if Jurgen Klopp is stuttering at his job with the players he's got available right now, and he's not learning from lessons of last season, we have the right, and I will put him to task on it. I will. We got a good team there that should be getting to the top four. We got so many good players there. If he is stuttering and he hasn't learnt the lessons from last season, then of course we can have a go at Klopp. But if we have a go at Klopp, it doesn't mean I want him sacked or anything like that. It just means I've got a right to have a go at my manager if I don't feel like he's producing the best he can produce. And we can't sit here and then, if that happens next season, guys, and we're like fifth or sixth in the league by Christmas and it doesn't look too good, we can't all just sit here and blame the owners over everything. Because what we're saying is that Klopp is not responsible for anything, that anyone could be manager. So we've got to be careful as we go. But I can't wait for next season, guys. I really can't. I am so looking forward to this season to start. Really am. I can't wait to see the opening game of the season away to Chelsea. I can't wait for the Bayern Munich game on the 2nd of August on Wednesday, which is my birthday. I can't wait for that game because I think in the Bayern Munich game, I think on Wednesday we're going to see Liverpool's first team that will play against Chelsea on the opening game of the season. I think the game against Bayern Munich will be the lineup that plays against Chelsea. I really do. I think that's going to be a really strong lineup that we see. I think Klopp's going to go proper strong against Bayern Munich. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm really, really looking forward to this season because we have got good players. And I'm hoping last season was just a one-off. That the players were fatigued, mentally fatigued. Thiago and Matip and Virgil all spoke about it last season, saying they were tired, they couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. And yeah, I'm hoping that's out of their system now and they all feel good. We need to get this Lavia deal over the line with, get Lavia in, quality footballer, and we need a centre-back. I can't tell you enough, we need a centre-back. I think the transfer window shuts on the 1st of September, don't it? We have to have a new centre-back in before the 1st of September. For this transfer window shuts, we need a centre-back. I don't care who it is at this rate. Really don't care who it is. Just get a centre-back in. Virgil and Konate are great. But if any of them get injured or knocks, they're going to need resting. Then you're going to have to bring someone in. And right now, Matip and Gomez, they couldn't cut cheese. So I wouldn't want them in the starting lineup right now. So we need a centre-back. Desperately. I'm a little bit worried about playing this inverted role with Trent. Not that Trent can't do it. Trent can play this inverted role with his eyes closed. Yeah. Trent with the ball is as good as it gets. He really is. This kid is so underrated. Yes, defensively, Trent's got issues. We all acknowledge that. We're not going to pretend. We're not blind. But on the ball, Trent Alexander-Arnold is as good as it gets in, not only in England, in Europe. I don't care. Call me biased. Don't give a shit. I've watched Trent long enough now. That's stop hiding the fact. That's stop pretending. Rival fans and all that, they can say what they want. But that's to put facts on the table right now. Trent with the ball is out of this world. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. He is tremendous. And get Lavia in, Trent getting that inverted role. My only problem with the inverted role is that Konate don't like defending out wide. He gets a little bit exposed out there. And you're asking them to do quite a lot. So I dropped the line by a few yards. If you go get Trent inverted, I wouldn't be so high up the pitch. But I believe that's the way Klopp wants to play because he said it himself. He wants to be the best team in transition, the best team at counter, the best team at counter pressing. He wants to be the best team at counter pressing. If you go play counter pressing, you got to have to play. You have to play a high line. It's just the way you play. So, guys, we're gonna have a lot of we're gonna have a lot of heart attacks next season because we're gonna play this risky football. We just are. We're gonna have to come to the knowledge that teams are gonna have chances against us because we're gonna play risky football. But what I'm seeing from this forward line this summer, I think we could be the top goal scorers in England next year. I really do. Salah looks on it. Darwin, Gakpo, Jota, Diaz. I think we can bag goals for fun. I think we can score 3-4 goals every game. I think we're going to score a lot of goals next season. So, yeah, I think it's exciting times, guys. It's exciting times. I can't wait for it. I really can't. But, yeah, I wanted to do this little video, guys, just to let you know because get people in the chat, people that are leaving comments from the last video. If you're watching right now, big up to you. I'm not great at texting and writing down what I'm trying to say to you back. Things you're saying in the comments in the last videos, I do agree with you all, guys. I've got counter arguments on it. It doesn't mean I don't think you're right or anything like that. Big up to you guys. Much appreciated. The person who tried to have my channel shut down, well, unfortunately, you didn't succeed, you absolute moron. The DMs I got from a couple of people, you're just tiny little men who've got no testicles. It's as simple as that. But big up to everyone else. I do appreciate you coming in here. I really do. I hope I've made my feelings more clear. Klopp isn't getting back to enough at this moment in time. We need a centre back and a defender in, a centre back and a DM in, most definitely. But I can't wait for this season to go. As soon as this season starts, I can't wait for it. I'm so looking forward to seeing the Reds play again with the quality players that we got in this side right now. Can't wait for Jurgen Klopp's Red Army to go again. Guys, big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. And I won't be back now. That's me done. I'll be back on Wednesday, the 2nd of August, to the watch along for Liverpool Bayern Munich. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a celebration because it is my birthday on Wednesday. So we're going to have a celebration on the show while we're doing the watch along. Birthday hats. I want everyone in birthday hats. We'll do it. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for coming on again tonight. I appreciate the love. Bye-bye for now. See you soon.